Hello everybody, what's happening, my name's Neil. Welcome along to Midlife Motors, and I'm filming this video because it's a little bit emotional. This is my last drive in this car. It goes to its new home tomorrow. I'm taking in my favourite roads. I've got the roof down even though it's 0 degrees, and I'm feeling a little bit sad between you and me. We've been on a great journey over the last 5 years, and it's brought so much to the channel. I've met so many people that this won't be my last MX5, but it was never going to be a keeper, this car. It was always going to be moved on. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for following this car. Thanks very much for everybody that's helped, because it's needed a few things along the way. These are brilliant. There's nothing wrong with this one. If you become the new owner, please get in touch. It's a sad day. After that final and fairly poignant drive, I had to pull myself together, because the very next morning we were up bright and breezy to do the 220 miles from Scotland into England and pick up the new car we will clip to us on our way now. I don't know if you can see this sort of past me and out the window here, but what a beautiful morning. It's just after 9 o'clock now. They've obviously had a bit of snow here. We're up in the Lake District, so we're up quite high, and it's just absolutely stunning, the scenery. Still -2, so it's not warm. It's not warm, but stunning. And we're above the fog, and we sort of descend in and out of it. It's a lovely drive. Look at that. Here we go then. I told you it was a bit random. We've arrived at a Nissan dealer to say goodbye to a Mazda. Thank you very much, Mazda, and hello to a Ford Focus. I won't go on too much about it just now, because I want to get in and get going. Maybe as we get up the road, we'll have a stop and a chat about it. Before I go any further, I need to apologise about the continuity in this video. It's been filmed over a number of weeks. Although I picked the car up a week ago in England, I was actually working in England last week, so this is my first real drive of it, first real drive home, so it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy, it's all a bit all over the place, but as they say, it's raw, so is that good? I don't know. Anyway, let's crack on. So I've got a Ford Focus. I've got a Ford Focus ST3. Now, yes, I hear you say I didn't see that one coming, and neither did I. We had a discussion in the household, and we needed another more practical car. The Corolla's great, but the others were they're just too small, so we needed a decent sized car and a hot hatch. I decided I wanted to try a hot hatch. Not really something I've used as a daily driver ever. People rave about them. It was time to find out what they're all about. Now, I did the usual thing, and I tried all the usual suspects: Golf GTIs, the Hyundai i30, I think it's called, even the Yaris, but that was, I'll be honest, a bit too small, and I didn't really like that. So of all of the ones I drove, I liked the Civic, but it was a little bit too expensive. I'd set myself a budget of the MX5 plus a maximum of £15,000, which made it really, I was looking at cars sub 30k, which kind of takes the Honda out of the equation. This one came in sub 30k, in fact a couple of grand sub 30k in the whole scheme of the deal. And when I drove the Focus, I immediately just liked the car. Immediately, I sit in it, it fits me nicely. So the gearbox is beautiful. I really wanted a manual. A lot of people said, oh, get an automatic if you're using it every day, but I'm not a fan of automatic gearboxes. I like to have a manual, and this manual's nice and smooth, way better than the one in the Yaris. That's an appalling gearbox, but not quite as quick. Just as slick, I would say, as the Honda, but not quite as quick. But that's fine. It's lovely to operate. This is a last of the line. It's a 2024 car. This is a year old next month. Part of the deal, they did the first service for me, which was quite good, because the MX5 was actually due a service, so they're taking care of that, so it sweetened the deal a little bit as well. So I think this is although it's a Mark IV, I believe this is a 4.5. I don't know anything about Fords. Looking forward to finding out. I've joined one Facebook group to find out a little bit more about the cars, just to see how people get on with them. I really wanted the 4.5 though, because you get the virtual dash, you get the bigger screen. It's a 12.3 inch screen, and you get the latest Sync 4 tech, and all that's quite important if you're using the car every day. I searched out this car because there were a few other tick boxes that I wanted, going back to my petrol head roots. So this car's got the pan roof, which I like. It's got the performance pack, which means when we do another video of it using it in anger, it makes some freaking tremendous pops and bangs in race mode. I've never had a car with race mode. It's got race mode. I'm in normal now, which is good because as part of the performance pack you get active dampers, so I'm riding along nice and smoothly. That is why I'm in a Focus. I'm not going to go over the other cars. They were all great, but this was the one that just really, when I drove it, I thought, this is a great drive. Now, being the slightly later ST, this is the 2.3 engine, so it's a really, really torquey engine. I think these are around about 290 horsepower, but they've got 310, 320 torques, and that's pound-foot, so proper torques, and you can really feel it when you drive it. We might do a mount tune upgrade in the future, but we've still got 2 years warranty on the car. I'm not in a rush to jeopardize that. When I picked the car up, 1,300 miles on the clock, so another one of the cars we like to search out with very, very low mileage on it. So even now, it's not even done 2,000 miles. By the time I get home, I'll probably have cracked that. There we go. I was going to say 2 more things, and then I'll shut up until we get home and we can maybe have a look around the outside once I've given it a wash, because it is filthy dirty. One thing I've noticed straight away that I love, these Ford Performance seats. Holy moly, who knew? These are tremendous. That's a tick. Across, I'm finding place in the car quite tricky. I think, touch wood I don't, but I think a curbed alloy could happen quite easily in this car. Maybe I've got my seat at the wrong height, maybe I need to come up, that sort of thing. But those are things that I'll maybe play around with once I get home and I've got a little bit more time. There we go. Let's enjoy the journey. We've got a Focus to mess around with. Completely not expected, but so far, so good. I'll see you when we get back to Scotland. This does seem to be the video, the crazy video that just keeps on giving. I was hoping the outro was going to be me walking around a shiny polished car, but this is the morning after the aftermath of Storm Owain, or whatever the Welsh name for it is, and you can see we're beside the sea here, and we've been fairly battered. So I'm having a quick whiz round this morning. We had to do a couple of temporary repairs to get through the almost 12 hours of the storm. The car's out front, so let's check on that, but this is about more than cars just now. I know this storm hit most of the UK and Ireland, so I hope you were all safe. I hope you haven't suffered too much damage or disruption. If you're one of the first responders that's been out and about making sure people can keep going and get electricity back on, then thank you very much. Your efforts are hugely appreciated. I think we're going to wrap this video up. That is the car, but I think we'll come back to it in a better light. Thanks very much for watching us just now. Goodbye.